All right, everybody, we are all ready to go for Costume Quest. But before we get started, we do have one very special donation from Vonnie Wife, who donates $50, says, "Good luck, baby." Boo Boo says you should name your character Leslie Hart. We proud of you. Geo, Leslie, Elliot, Catalina, Odin, Duchess, and Blackjack. But without further ado, here is the Vonnie Von with Cutescene % for Costume Quest.
Oh my goodness. I literally just got a donation from all of my pets. That is fantastic.
Your children are your pets?
Yeah,
Wow, I'm telling your wife. God.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. My name is Vonnie Von, and I am about to be doing a run of Costume Quest. Here, I'll be using the Steam version for this game. Normally, you run any % because that's really the only category that there is officially for the game, but because of your generosity, we're going to do what I like to call Cutescene %, where we're going to watch a lot of the really, really charming and funny cutscenes throughout this game that'll give you an idea of the story and what really gives this game a lot of its value and makes it so entertaining. Now, before we get started, I need to introduce who I have here on the couch with me. I have Gramora, and then I have Netara.
Hi.
And Netara has a very, very special job for what they're going to be doing here during my run. You might notice she's hold it up to the camera. She's holding Vonnie's failometer.
Spelled correctly.
Yeah, spelled correctly if you're in Canada.
Yeah.
And I will explain what this is, but I'll just tell you right now. They're going to be keeping track of every time that I fail doing a particular thing. And at the end of the run, yes, it'll just be tally marks like this. And then at the end of the run, however many tally marks there are, I'm going to take that number, I'm going to multiply it by 10, and then I'm going to make a donation in that amount. So, you know, hopefully I don't do a lot so that the run goes well, or hopefully I do fail a lot so that we can raise more money for Nami. So who knows how it's going to go. Sometimes it's kind of out of my control, so.
Yes, and speaking of out of his control, I've also advised him we're running under Monopoly rules, which is if he doesn't see me adding tallies, they count. So.
Alrighty, well, I tell you what, Gramora,
Yo.
You ready here?
Yeah.
Netara, I know you're ready.
I was born ready.
Everyone back there, you ready? All right, here we go. So I will let you know when to start the timer. It's not quite yet. But first we have an opening cutscene here. So here's what's going on. So this story revolves around a family, a mom and dad, and a twin brother and sister. And they've just moved into this neighborhood. And as you can see, all the kids are out in costume. It's Halloween night. And you're going to see here what mom is telling the kids that, you know, they're new in town. I know it's strange. But what she wants them to do on Halloween when they're out trick-or-treating is to go out and make friends. And the kids are like, no, we don't want to make friends. We just want candy. By the way, these two, so the boy on the left, that's Reynold, and the girl on the right is Ren. They are twin siblings. Mom is reminding them, but because they're twin siblings, their best friends are each other. And they're just like, no, that's not how it works. And then they have a very funny exchange here. Dad says you're grounded if you don't stop fighting. So Reynolds says he's 10 minutes older and 10 ounces heavier. She says he's 10 ounces dumber. He says she's 10 pounds uglier. We never find out what he's 10 tons of, but I'm
fabulous.
Sure and no fighting from Dad. So what's coming up here is Mom is choosing who is going to be in charge between the two of them when they go out trick-or-treating. Now, this is where I will toss it to my lovely host, the RPG Check, to tell me who it is that is going to be leading the way here.
Okay, just giving this a last refresh. And it looks like it is going to be Ren.
Okay, so Ren is the girl. As far as which one you use gameplay-wise, it makes zero difference. But we kind of like Ren a little better because, and you'll see it when she's not wearing a costume, she has this really cute barrette in her hair that's shaped like a bat, and it's very cool. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to choose Ren. Ren is going to be wearing the robot costume. Whoever you don't choose is going to be wearing a costume like a giant candy corn. And this is going to be significant for a cutscene that we'll see coming up here. So after I choose the character, there's going to be a couple lines of dialogue. The cutscene is going to fade to black, and once it fades to black, that's when I want you to start the timer. Okay? Cool. All right. So here we go. We're choosing Ren. Ren is in charge. Reynold is incredulous. No talking, slave. And start.
That's how siblings act.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay. So we're going to go trick-or-treating. And so they knock on the door, and out comes this guy dressed as a cowboy. Yo! And he is very, very unimpressed with their costumes and how shoddy they are. He gives them some dietetic marzipan instead of candy because they don't deserve the real thing.
So rude.
So Ren is now very embarrassed by her brother's costume. So let's see how it goes here at the next house. Reynolds going to go trick-or-treating, but you're going to see Ren is hiding behind the mailbox because she's just petrified to be seen with her brother in such a horrible costume. So he's like, all right, fine, I'm going to go it alone. So he's going to knock on the door, and the door will open. And when it does, it's going to be answered by this creature here. This is called a grubbin. What's going on is these grubbins are running rampant all throughout this neighborhood, and they're trying to steal as much candy as possible. Well, this grubbin sees Reynold dressed up as an enormous candy corn, and he's like, oh, jackpot, I just hit the mother lode. I'm going to steal this talking piece of candy, going to show my boss, and certainly I'm going to get a big bonus for this.
well, I mean, talking candy is more valuable.
Yeah, I suppose it is, yes. So we're going to go and try to give chase here. But what's going to happen is there's all of a sudden there's this big ominous gate with two huge loudspeakers in the middle of their neighborhood. And they're telling this grubbin here, no, you can't come back in until the entire neighborhood is cleared of candy. But he's like, look, I've got this one. It's super awesome. Make sure that I get credit for it so that I get the big bonus that I really want. So what he's going to do is to make sure that he doesn't lose track of this big piece of candy, he's just going to go ahead and take it, throw it over for inspection. So here goes Reynold. Yeah, make sure it's Gus. That's right. His name is Gus. Whee! Over the gate he goes. And yes, impressive. Yeah, exactly.
And theoretically, there has to be a lot of candy behind that gate.
That's true.
I mean,
That's true. Now, Ren is seeing all of this, and Ren is upset, not because he's abusing her brother, but because she was the one in charge, and if he gets lost, she's going to get grounded, and she can't have that. So she is going to, you see she's got her rage face on, and now you're going to see just what this robot costume can do. It's going to morph into this giant, transformer thing, like, oh, look at this.
we're ready.
Love it.
All right, now, this is a tutorial. I'm going to explain a couple things about the combat here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. You're going to see this slider coming across. I'm going to intentionally fail. No,
Fail.
intentionally.
No. No, it counts. You
intentionally
failed.
Fail.
I was told if you failed.
So the reason
There's
why we
two.
intentionally failed the first two is because we don't need to do critical damage to finish this in 3 rounds. It's going to go in 3 rounds anyway. Now, every 3 rounds you get your super. And the super for the robot is these rockets.
Yeah.
Which do a bunch of damage, splash damage, residual damage, all that good stuff. All right, so we have whoa, I didn't even realize it was capable of that. This is the evil sorceress Dorsilla. She's going to be one of the main protagonists of this game. And all of the grubbins that you see going around and stealing the candy, they work for her. So
And she's the protagonist.
no.
You
She's
just said that.
industrious. She is trying to co a champion of a great cause, which is to collect candy. There's
Well,
nothing
exactly.
evil or wrong about that.
I think
Thank you
these
very
kids
much.
are the villains.
They just stole a child. She's a protagonist. What are you talking
No, they
about?
just
were
delivered
inside
a
the house.
They delivered a child to more candy. That's what Halloween's about, Bonnie.
No. That's not what happens. So what's
Wow.
happening here is Dorsilla is getting rid of Ren by summoning a tornado and tossing her across the street. And in so doing, she tosses all the pieces of her costume away. And you see Dorsilla's like, see ya, out of here.
Rude.
So, and then this car randomly crashes into some garbage cans, which actually is significant. And Ren is just down in the dumps. Like, my costume's gone. I have no candy. I lost track of my brother. This is terrible. I'm going to be so grounded for this.
Also,
Mom-
look at the bat.
yeah,
look at
yeah,
the bat.
look at the bat.
Oh,
the
it's
bat
so
beret.
good.
Yes, it is incredibly cute. So, yeah. Now here's this black cat that comes up to console her. This cat is actually rather significant, and you see he's got this very cute collar on with the skull on for the bell. or whatnot. So what this cat is trying to do is trying to get Ren's attention because he wants to show her something. So she's going to go over and inspect what it is that the cat has found for her. And what he has found for her is what's called a pattern. All of the Halloween costumes that we are going to use throughout the game require 3 components and then the pattern for those components to put them all together. So what we have here is the pattern for the robot costume. All we need to do now is collect the parts. And luckily, that's very easy. We can just come up here, break these pumpkins.
Oh, poor pumpkin.
We're going to come up, and these glowing things are treasure chests. So here's one part of it.
Yeah.
And we're just going to come right around the corner here. Here's part number 2. And then we can get rid of these things here.
Oh my gosh, this child.
I know, bashing it with her candy pail.
I'm telling you, the villain.
And here's the third one. And now we have the robot costume assembled. Now, all costumes in the game have an ability outside of battle. And the robot costume's ability are rocket skates. And now we get to move super fast.
We're so fast.
As you can see, for a speed run, these are incredibly important. And we will be using the robot pretty much primarily throughout the entire game. All right, so what's going on here is this bully Travis, the one in the red hat, is bullying the kid in the night costume, and his name is Everett. What we're doing here is we are running away. If Travis catches you, you go back and the cutscene is over. But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to come up here where the car crashed, and yeehaw, we're going to go over the ramp. Yeah. And he's like, whoa. All the kids are like, whoa. And you see Everett there. It's like, yeah, this is awesome. And he lands, and here comes Travis, wham, into the garbage cans. Look at it. Weak.
Glad it's not me.
And so this lady here dressed as a police officer gives him a hard time. Now, what I'm going to do next, actually, just go ahead here. So Everett's going to come up and be like, whoa, that was super cool. Hey, you want to change costumes? Now, we have this menu here where we can change costumes on the fly. This is really just a cutscene to get some money, and now we're off. And now we have Everett in our party. All right, now we can go trick-or-treating. Now, the way that trick-or-treating works is every house is either going to be, you're either going to be greeted by a person who's going to give you candy, or you're going to be greeted by a monster, and you're going to go into battle here. And so this one is a battle, so we're fighting these 2 grubbins here. Now, of all the houses that I'm going to go to for trick-or-treating, everything is fixed. So I know there's going to be a battle here. In fact, I know what the battle formation is going to be. There's no RNG when it comes to the houses, so that's kind of nice. All right, it's my 3rd turn, which means I get to use rockets here. Yeah. They're very powerful. They'll do residual damage at the end of the round, but there's not going to be an end of the round because I'm just going to go ahead and end it right here. So there we go. All right, so now these next 3 houses that I'm going to go to are going to be people that would give you candy. In fact, here, I'll show you one, and then we'll skip the rest. But you open the door, and, oh, this lady's dressed as the Bride of Frankenstein. So, and then they give you candy. Now, candy, and you see in the bottom, you see in the bottom left corner there how much candy I have. Candy is money in this game. There's a particular shop that we'll go to in each section of the game and buy some stuff. And I'll get a little into that later. But so these 3 houses are candy, and then this next one here is going to be a battle.
So we need to circle back and just revisit. Are the Grabbins really evil? You're going to their house and picking a fight with them.
Right?
No. They are invading other people's houses and stealing stuff.
Yeah.
This is inherently bad. Like, I don't understand why we're debating this.
This child has not proven that this Grubbin did not own that house.
They're new in town. How do they know?
Yeah. This is the worst.
Oh, please end this here. Oh, dang it. Okay.
Wham.
All right. So, okay, that shield is fine. Okay, I think we're good here. All right.
You're on fire.
I know, yes. So I will be taking residual damage from that fire. Now, and you're going to see what it looks like for the enemy here, because I won't kill it here. But at the end of the round, that fire will process, and it does 8 damage. So, okay, now, at the end, so I'm going to do an attack here, and I'm going to intentionally fail it because it only has 8 HP. I don't need to wait for the bar to go across to get the crit. That is, do not tally
It's
that.
too late. You told me it's a failure. I don't care if it's on purpose.
God.
We're following your instructions.
Yeah, that's a you problem, Bonnie.
Jeez. All right. So anyway, so So what just happened there is I talked to those two kids, and I'm trying to get in their party, but they won't let me in unless my costume is patriotic. So we need to find a costume that really captures the essence of America. And that is our current mission.
I was going to say, when you left the house, the candles disappeared. So are these children stealing candles as well?
No,
That
that's
seems
just
dangerous.
That's
Yeah.
just how the game indicates that you've visited a house.
Don't steal candles, kids. It's bad.
I would just like to add thank you, Netara, for keeping Bonnie honest.
I got you. Don't worry.
Okay.
He specifically invited me here for this, everyone, so he knew what he was getting into.
Alrighty. So, after this, yes, okay. After this battle, we're going to level up. And the way that leveling up in this game, works, excuse me, is that, see, I would normally fail that, but I don't want to have to pay like, $870
It's
by the
a
time.
good charity.
Oh my God.
Oh my
All right, so I'm going to switch now to the knight costume, and the reason why is because their ability outside of battle is to hold up a shield over their head to protect them from things overhead, which you need to do in order to get through that water that's blocking this doorway here. So you can just switch costumes on the fly outside of battle, not inside it, or not during battle, excuse me. So we are collecting pieces here for a very patriotic costume. So this kid here is going to give us a torch. It's a feather duster, but it's actually a torch. So maybe that's a clue as to what kind of costume we will be wearing.
That's why you're stealing the candles.
That's
too.
why I'm stealing the
Okay,
candles,
got
It
it.
still doesn't seem safe for a child.
No, it really doesn't.
And now you're beating up some poor innocent people just hanging out in their own
They're
home.
not people, they're grubbage.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
Judgment.
At least you're succeeding the things.
Yeah, I know, because you make me super nervous now. Normally, my instinct is to fail the ones when I don't need to, when I don't need the crits. But again, I don't want to have to take out a second mortgage just to.
I'm doing it for you,
to
Chad.
fulfill my promise.
Yeah,
here.
don't
Come
worry.
on.
I got you. Nami,
I'm hearing distract Bonnie.
Yeah. Oh, this elbow just
Yeah.
nowhere.
So can you even fail the knight's thing?
Yes, I can,
Oh,
but I'm terrified too because
show us. Prove it.
Yeah,
I
prove
dare
it, Bonnie.
you. I double dog dare you.
A double robot dare you. Can we
All
get
right.
another robot?
no.
Oh.
Oh, there are plenty of other costumes that we're going to get throughout this
Okay.
game.
Okay. That's fair.
So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Some we'll use extensively. Some we will use for like 2 seconds. Okay, so I'm strategically targeting enemies in a certain way because each costume has some inherent modifiers that they will do to your stats. So the robot gives you extra strength, whereas the knight costume gives you extra HP. So, oh, thank goodness he didn't die. Okay. So when I want to do more damage to an enemy, or when I need to do more damage to an enemy, that's where I will be using the robot as opposed to the knight because they are capable of doing that. Oh, by the way, if you hadn't figured out, after every combat, full heal, full revive, there are no healing items or anything like that you need. All
So
right.
I was going to be like, Ren's a little low there. Bonnie.
No, we're good.
Okay.
So we have all the parts, and now we have our Statue of Liberty costume that Ren is going to wear for a minute here. And now we get admission to the party, and we're like, cool. We switch immediately to the robot, and then to the knight. We're going to come under this tree, and we're going to grab this cherry here. And the reason why we're using the knight shield is that that tree is full of squirrels that pelt you with rocks and repel you back, so you need to use the shield to protect yourself.
I mean, you're stealing their thing.
Now, the reason why we picked up this cherry is to give it to Mrs. Putterpam here, who needs a special ingredient for her pie for the bake sale. So once we give her that ingredient, she allows us to pass.
Yeah.
We've just got a couple of battles here. Not a whole lot going on in this next section here. So, RPG Chick.
Oh, hi. So we've got some very, very interesting donations. We've got a $250 donation from Conkers. It says, one day I too hope to live in a van down by the river.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've also got a $50 donation from David TKI. Says, surely you're costumed to my bad puns by now.
Oh, no.
Love it.
We've got a $60 donation from Wells that says, I think that deserves a check on the fail-o-meter, Netara.
You know what? Wells is the boss. I can't argue with the boss.
Oh my goodness, I love this. I love y'all.
So there you saw the effects, the residual effects of those rockets doing cleanup on those enemies. They both had 9 left, and that was enough to let the fire do the rest. So that didn't even get to the round where the enemies would attack. So that's nice. Okay, so these enemies here that are dressed in like the white robes or the white hoods or whatnot, these are healers. It is imperative that we get rid of these ASAP, because if we don't, they can prolong battles and make them very, very dangerous. So anytime we see these healers here, we need to get rid of them as quickly as possible.
So what you're telling me is that the children are here attacking the helpers.
Wow. And we're heroes.
We're the heroes, everyone.
I know I'm more Team Grubbin now than ever.
Right?
This is
Hashtag Team Grubbin.
What have I done? What have I done?
Oh, and this run's just starting.
And this run is supposed to be like cute and funny and quirky.
It is.
And you're all making it like twist. Oh my god.
we're
All
not
right.
making it twisted. You're doing twisted acts.
All right,
These
listen.
innocent
All right,
Grubbins.
hold on. There's something important happening here.
Okay.
Time to go shopping. This is Sadie. We're
Okay,
going to see
you know
her
what?
in each section of the game, and she's going to give us what are called battle stamps. These are, yeah, no, I don't need to see it again.
You sure?
These are going to be power-ups and bonuses that we can give to our characters. What I've given Ren is what's called the Bloodshot Eyeball. What that does is it makes her critical attacks more powerful. What I've given to Everett is what's called Pumpkin Guts. Pumpkin Guts is an incredibly useful battle stamp, and you'll see why. So what it will do here is I'm going to target this enemy, but you see the other one is going to take damage as well, kind of like chip damage or splash damage from the Pumpkin Guts. This is going to help us to clean up battles and just kill enemies that are at low HP very efficiently. And over the course of the run, it's going to save us quite a bit of time. Now that, okay, that was the last house where we needed to do trick-or-treating in this section. So now the gate opens and we can go into the next section here. What you're going to see here, these grubbins standing around, these are free-floating mobs. You can actually get into, oh shit, you can get into encounters outside of battle. Now, this talking scarecrow here is very significant. We're going to see him again, and he's just going to give us parts to a costume that's kind of mysterious. We'll figure out what it's all about later. But first, we have our first boss battle here. But there's an interesting cutscene here. You see Dorsilla talking to this guy with the megaphone here. This guy here, his name is Bojan. He is a foreman here in this area, and he is in charge of this group of grubbins that are stealing the candy against the will of the people that own it in the first place.
They don't seem to resist that much.
No, well, you know,
It's freely given.
It's Halloween. We're giving away candy, Bonnie.
so you see there, Reynold is being loaded onto this bus, and they're taking this bus to the mall, where they have kind of like a staging area there. Now, Ren sees this, like, wait, if they eat me, I'm totally telling. I love that line. So Ren is like, listen, I need my brother back because I really, really, really don't want to be grounded. So we're going to fight Bojan, but really we're going to fight his megaphone first, because he uses the megaphone to summon helpers, and we want him to do this as little as possible. So we're going to take out the megaphone first. He's going to use it at the end of this round here to summon a healer, which is rather annoying, because the healer, let's see what the healer does. Healer's going to heal the okay, I expected that. If he heals the megaphone twice, this fight can get a little bit squirrely. So let's see what they do here.
Why don't you use your shield to block the squirrels?
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a double heal. That's not so great. All right, so we're going to use the super. Do a bunch of damage here. Maybe I'm breaking the megaphone here. Am I? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, that's very helpful. All right. What is the shaman doing? Healing themselves? I think that's fine. We should be able to take him out in this round. And if we do... Oh, 20 is way more. That was way more than enough damage to get rid of it. Okay. Now you see in the meantime, I've been doing all this damage to Bojan because of the pumpkin guts. So it just helps to kind of just slowly chip away at the HP of the other enemies and get these fights done more quickly. This fight's going to be done... Yes, it's going to be done this round here. If you targeted Ren, she probably would have died, but she didn't. So we're just going to do one attack here from Everett, and here we go. You've defeated me. Okay, and he's done. All right.
I don't know if we should clap at this. This guy's trying to just do his job.
You know what? I'm clapping for success.
Alrighty, so the kids see the bus leaving and they're like, no, we can't let it escape. So they hitch a ride on the bumper.
Nice, free ride.
And yeah, free ride. And now they've become friends. They have bonded now, and this is important for the end of the
They've
of the
bonded
game.
over beating up Grubbins and stealing their
Exactly,
candy. Yeah,
yes.
got
All
it.
right,
Okay, cool.
so here we are, and they get dropped off here at the mall.
This child is like me.
Yes.
There's not on my dice.
So first we're in a section here that I like to call Dark Mall. So we've got to switch to the night here because there's some debris falling overhead there. And now we're going to immediately switch back to the robot costume, and we're going to zip up here. And we're going to talk to the security guard. He's like, hey, I would go down there and do some trick-or-treating, but I'm afraid of all the teenagers that are in the mall, not the monsters. So he's like, why don't you take this pattern here for my Space Warrior costume? Mm-hmm. Now, the reason why you see me kind of just delaying here is I want that enemy to turn around. And the reason why is we can go up, we can smack him in the butt with our hail, and we're going to get what I like to call initiative, where you see they take damage right at the beginning of the battle, and just makes it a little easier to get through these battles here. So now we're going to fight a new kind of enemy that has been recruited to do the dirty work here. These are kind of like troll-like enemies, and they're called Trobogs. So we're going to be taking out Trobogs now. That's good. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah. We want to focus on taking out single enemies as quickly as possible because the less attacks we have to wait through, the faster the game goes. So even though it will be quote-unquote more efficient to do it in a different way, especially when you have attacks that hit multiple enemies, it's faster to just focus on the enemies one at a time so that you're seeing as few attack animations as possible. All right, so we're going to talk to this guy. He's going to give us a costume part. We're going to come up here. Oh, he turned around right in front of me. Awesome. Okay.
Spinners, always coming for you.
Alrighty, so again, we have the Trobot medic here. This is a healer, so it is our priority to dispatch them ASAP. Anytime you get the medic into critical HP, especially on the first round, they will always heal themselves. Okay.
If you're in the mall, why are you fighting in the parking lot?
It's just, I don't know. It's just supposed to be, I guess, emblematic of the mall or something like that. Mm-hmm. So.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the cute ghost flying in the background.
I was thinking that. I was just like, they're the best. Can't have cute ghosts in the mall. That's just sad.
There's a whole bunch of cute stuff in this game. We've only scratched the surface of cuteness in this game.
I believe it.
All right. A residual fire will kill, or will do some more damage. Please don't hit Ren. Please block. Okay.
Nice. I mean, Ren's fine. What could possibly go wrong?
If Ren dies here, it's okay. Oh, no.
Wow, that's not very nice. I mean, she's being mean to her brother, but who isn't?
Oh. Again, that would be a fail, but I didn't do it. So, all right. So we got that one down. We're going to talk to this guy here. He's going to give us another costume part. And then this Trobog here. Can we go around? Oh, darn it.
This is because you're not missing those attacks.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I think the big question here is, are these Trobogs hating candy? Because if they are, not only are we beating up all of these grubbins, but we're also disrupting their economy by doing this.
Wow.
It's 3 against 1 now, Bonnie. Why are you not seeing the bigger picture, my friend?
What have I wrought?
Oh no, the consequences of my own actions.
The hubris.
Okay, so you see me continually using Ren's super here. The super that the knight has does not do any damage, but it's critical for a boss fight that's going to be coming up here. So that's why you don't see me using it. All right, so we've got that battle. We're going to level up here, and then we're going to talk to this guy. Hello, if I can get around the bucket. And we are going to get the third piece to that Space Warrior costume, and bam, there it is. We're going to be using this. Actually, we're going to be using it right about now. What its ability outside of battle is to have this glowing sword here, which is nice because Everett is terrified of the dark and won't go into these sections unless you light them up.
I mean, fair.
So yeah. But as soon as we don't need it anymore, we switch back to the robot costume to slide along. We're going
search the garbage bags for candy.
Yes, we are not going to fight them, and what we have to do here is we have to switch Ren to the Space Warrior because we have to cut through this darkness. But there's an enemy in here, so now we're going to get to see what the Space Warrior does. Ooh. The crit style for the Space Warrior is the same as the robot, where you got to wait for that slider to come in. But just like the robot, the Space Warrior costume gives you an attack buff, so it is going to do a pretty decent amount of damage. All right, let's see here. Oh, something I haven't mentioned as far as combat goes is there's actually a decent amount of RNG with the damage values that are done. There are some battles where you will win in certain numbers of rounds because you get good rolls, and other ones that will take longer because you get bad ones. Now, here's the special for the Space Warrior. It's called the Meteor Avalanche. It's basically a big rock in your face and does a bunch of damage. So now we have two costumes that have supers that do damage, which is really, really useful. We got to... Oh, good. That Trobog is walking away, which means we can switch the robot costume real quick and smack. There we go. So we get the initiative here. We see a medic, so that is our first priority. It is always going to be our priority here. Oh, I don't think I'm going to do quite enough to take it out in this round. I am not. Okay. Not even close, actually. But as we know, it is going to heal itself here. It's just the way it always goes.
Mm-hmm. Do we have time for just a couple of quick donations?
Quick donate, yes.
All right, so we have Aris TGD with $10 says, I couldn't let RPG Limit Break go by without donating for Vani's run. Vani's community is wonderful, and his explanations during his runs are as impressive as the tricks he practices day in and day out. And as always, trans rights.
Yes, I love everything about that comment and the person who donated it. Thank you very much, Aris. If you got another one, go ahead.
Oh, certainly. We have $25 from Nauta. Just says, buying my tickets to the opera.
Yes. Yes. And you're getting an extra one for skipping some.
I'm sorry. Start that over, RPG Take.
No worries. $25 from Nauta. It says, buying my tickets to the opera.
Yeah.
Okay, this next battle, I'm going to wait for this to turn around. This is an incredibly dangerous battle right here. And unfortunately, we have to do it to get around them. So it is a healer and two mages. This fight can go very bad very quickly. And the reason being is that these mages can use an attack buff, which, I mean, the mage is already strong enough, but with the attack buff, oh good, they buffed the healer. That's basically a wasted turn.
Love that.
Yes. So what do you, okay, you're just gonna do, okay, that's fine. As long as the first mage doesn't buff the second, we should be good. What are you gonna do? You're, oh, sweet. Oh, please don't attack Everett. Oh, you're gonna buff, perfect. Okay, good.
It's a roller coaster of emotions.
I know, I'm like, I thought we didn't want the buff. What is happening here? Wow.
Well, no, the second mage buffed himself.
Got it.
Which is fine. And now the fire will clear it up? Yes. Okay, good.
Good.
Okay, it's probably about 50-50 to fail that battle because RNG can be really mean to you there, but lucky to get it on the first try. All right, now we're inside the mall itself. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to zip over here to the arcade. Now, what we're going to find when we get into the arcade is all these kids dressed as pirates, and they're being told by Bojan that they need to get tickets from the machines there so that Bojan and his henchmen can turn it in for more candy. So now we're going to fight Bojan again. We're actually going to focus on the enemy on the side because you do need to kill all enemies in boss battles in order to proceed. So just killing Bojan by himself would not end this battle. Okay, Everett has already taken 2 hits. I am not a fan.
I don't think Everett is either, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. They spread it out evenly. Just what we wanted to see. All right, so rockets to the face. Big meteor materializing out of thin air, also to the face.
Wow.
That's going to take out the side one, and then it'll just be 1 or 2 more attacks, and then this second battle with Bojan will be complete.
I like to point out to you the wacky inflatable dude on the side there by the pumpkin bridge.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Bojan down. All right, now before we proceed, we need to make a detour here.
Uh-oh.
Real quick. And we're going to pick up a part for a very important costume that we are going to assemble in this area but not use until the very end of the game. But what's really important here is we are meeting Lucy. She's going to be our 3rd character. And we're going to give Lucy, we're going to give her the pumpkin guts, and we're going to give this Fang of the Wolf to Everett, which is just basically a small, just general attack buff. So now we have 3 characters. This game gets a lot easier now that we have 3 people to attack with and to space out damage and whatnot. So this is very good. So this is going to be our 3rd and final battle with Bojan. It's not going to bother us anymore after this. So yeah, that's nice. So you can see we took out that enemy that had 125 HP in the first round, which is something that would have been impossible with just 2 characters. So
Yeah, having a 3rd character is also more opportunities for failure.
I do approve of that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, see? Gotta do the math, Bonnie.
Right. All right, so now we focus all of our super attacks here on Bojan. The splash damage from the supers will be enough to take out the other one, and I'll bet you with this attack and the fire, we're good. Yes. All right, good. All right, so Bojan 3 down. All right, so now we're going to get into this minecart, which now works, and we are going to, we're going to pick up another costume piece here, real quick. Back into the cart we go.
I would like a Malo rail.
The Mauler, I know.
Yeah, it's great.
Into the monorail again. And into the monorail one more time. This is going to now take us to the west side of the mall, where we're going to do some trick-or-treating. This is a battle.
Now you're robbing stores.
No, so what's going on here is that the mall was supposed to be having a Halloween night event where all the stores were going to shut down and allow trick-or-treaters to come in instead of conducting their normal business. But the Trollbogs and everything have other plans and are stealing from stores. Stealing is wrong. And, yeah.
Are you sure they're stealing? They've got receipts.
Yeah, they're there just to hand out the candy.
Show me the receipts, Gramora.
Yeah.
Show me the receipts.
Wow. Why would I have the receipts? I'm not the one that bought the candy from the store.
Well, you're
Yeah,
the one
Bonnie.
you're the one that's taking up for them. So I mean, you're kind of accepting some responsibility there. All right. So this battle will be over shortly, and then we will get our next mission after this is done. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we're going to come over here. We're going to level up first. Then we're going to talk to this ninja here, and he's going to say, so if you want to be a ninja and be cool like us, bring us some monster's horns to prove how tough you are. So you're going to see there's going to be some mobs out here. The first one's going to be right about here. It's walking along. See, it's got that orange and purple horn on its head. We need to collect 3 of these. So that's what we're going to be doing for the next couple of minutes here. RPG Chick, this would be a fantastic time for you to talk to us.
Oh, that's amazingly good because I have lots of things to say.
Yo.
So we have a $10 donation from Silvermoon 9000. Here's to raising money for an amazing cause. We have a $56 donation from Kaboink. It says, Reynold needs some love. We have a $50 donation from Extreme NZ that says, always a treat to catch a Vonnie run at a marathon. Happy to be donating to NAMI. We have a $50 donation from Konbon Meow.
Yes.
Always hyped for a Vonnie Von run. Good luck. Have fun with all those elusive button presses, or maybe not. And make sure to get an extra large fry for the best character in the game.
Yeah. Yo, Extreme, Konban, thank you very much for those donations. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so now we got one monster horn. We got 2 more to collect. First, we're going to come up here to this store.
I have to point out those grubbins are minding their own business, and they're coming up and stealing their horns.
Listen,
the crime spree continues.
They are patrolling the area with the intent of doing harm to children.
How do you know that?
How do you know
You
that?
didn't
Because
even talk to them.
they say that in the game.
Oh, you're mashing through that text. You can't prove it.
I just want to point out that even the people donating are starting to agree with us.
You cannot argue with the donators.
Good Lord. All right, well, let me hear it.
Oh, certainly. We have a $25 donation from Lady Ariana that says, the Grubbins did nothing wrong. Vonnie not seeing this and being outnumbered in this matter should count as a fail.
Yeah,
Trans rights.
Count it.
boss said. I can't argue with that logic.
I want to remind you that it was your choice to have us here.
There's like another full hour of this run left. Oh,
I would like to note I was specifically invited for this.
I know.
You're
don't,
so welcome.
You don't need to keep reminding me.
You sure? I'm going to keep going.
I don't know. I think this is pretty great to have
Yes.
Netara
I'm
continue to
sure you
remind.
do, yes. I believe you, yes. Oh, goodness. All right.
If we do have a little more time, we do have some more donations.
Let it go.
Alrighty. So we got Sorda, who donated $25, says, comfy story time. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
Oh, thank you.
A $25 donation from Moonblaze Wolf. I hear we're trying to distract Vonnie into making fantastic fails. What better way than donating with our most ridiculous Halloween costumes? I'll go first. Once I dressed up as Justin Bieber. Sorry, Vonnie. Good luck trying to unsee that.
Oh my god.
The funny thing is I actually kind of can see it. That monster should be around here. Oh, no, he turned around right in front of me. Darn it. All right.
How dare he?
I know.
And now they're going to defend themselves?
The worst.
Oh, my goodness.
Can I say, though, that I want to be the Space Commander when I grow up? Like, they're fabulous.
No, the Space Warrior?
Space Warrior,
Yes,
yeah.
the Space Warrior costume is really cool.
I want to be them when I grow up.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, buffed himself, which is great because hopefully I can take him out all in one round here. Let's see. It's a decent start. No, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, because I know I'm not going to kill him this round, I'm just going to go ahead and start wearing on the other enemy. Okay, I was hoping, is this going to be a problem? I don't think it's going to do that much damage. Nah, we're good. Okay, cool. All right. We'll clean this up here. And then when we're done with this battle, we got one more costume part to grab. And then we will head back and talk to those ninjas, because once this is done, we will have the third horn that we need to complete our quest and prove our might. So let's go ahead and, there we go, grab it. We're going to just pop up here real quick. It's this escalator that just leads up to this platform randomly. But it has, like I said, it has a very important costume part. Oh, so you saw me do it there, and I've done it a couple other times throughout the run. using the rocket skates is a very inexact science. I get snagged on corners and objects all the time. And so, yeah. All right. So we've proven ourselves, and now we have the pattern for the ninja costume. If you like ninjas, I'm sorry. I'm going to use this costume for about 2 seconds in this run. And that's it. Oh, wow. I didn't even... It was just right up there waiting for me.
They're like, but we like ninjas.
Yeah, well... the ninja actually looks really cool in combat, but its special is not very useful, and because of the speed run, we're not really going to use its special ability outside of one very specific situation where it's required.
Okay.
And I'll talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, RPG Chick, if you got some more stuff over there, I'll give you some time.
Oh, for sure. So I've got $25 from Margaret Ann. Says, good luck, Vonnie friendo. You can be a hero too, smiley face. $10 from Demarine. I still believe the kids are perfect and adorable and can do no wrong.
Thank you, Dan.
Except all the arson.
Are you kidding me here?
Come on.
Don't encourage him.
I've got $5 from Swanee Wrath that says, go, Vonnie, go. Just so I don't forget this as well. Hi, Netara and Gramora.
Hey.
Love y'all and have a ton of fun on this run. If any downtime happens during the run, may the three of you fare well in a rock, paper, scissors game to decide where the donation goes. Heart.
We're just going to break his heart if we do that. We can't.
Yeah, I'm kind of busy with what I've got going on with my hands here, too, so...
What are you even doing?
I mean...
speed running.
What?
You could take a break in the middle of this. That'd be okay.
All right, maybe if there's a cutscene, come back.
Okay.
Margaret.
Yeah. I knew I could count on you.
Go, team.
We're crediting that one to Sonny.
Oh man, this monitor is kind of dark. I couldn't even see that thing
It is
there.
pretty dark.
Yeah.
But that's right. Blame the equipment.
I feel like the Grubbins need all the help they can get at this point.
They're not Grubbins, they're Trobogs.
I'm sorry, Trollbog.
Sorry. They need the help too.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Also, I just noticed, like, every time we see the moon in every kind of world we're in, the moon is in the background and it's a different color.
Mark it.
Yeah! More moon facts.
Yeah. You with your stupid moon talk, Netara.
What do you mean the moon is stupid?
No,
Wow.
you talking about the moon.
Are you saying I'm stupid?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
No,
whoa.
no.
That's
This
it.
is not okay.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, to be fair, y'all, now we're talking about donations that are thanking us for keeping Vonnie honest, because we have a $50 donation from Quiz that says, I'm glad Gramora, Netara, and RPGC are there to keep Vonnie honest.
Are you saying I'm dishonest otherwise? Like, what's happening here?
Listen, we can't comment on that, charity and all, but, you know.
I'm a volunteer coordinator for this thing. Like,
And you're not being honest?
no,
Wow.
no. All right. RPG Chick, just
Just keep going.
keep going.
Sure. I've got a $100 donation from Lincolnick. Says, in memory of Mighty Blue, who will be missed, thanks to all the runners and crew. We've got a $10 donation from Falfon that says, kudos to Vonnie for his excellent, lighthearted presentation of such a dark RPG.
See, this donator gets it.
Those kids are out there taking down enemy medics with impunity. How ghastly.
Exactly.
Oh, Rip Lucy.
We've also got a $100 donation from Grumpy Tiger. Says, gotta donate for a great cause. Glad to see RPG Limit break back. And we've also got a $25 donation from Palmer that says, Vonnie Vaughn is the Vonnie man. His quality of charisma and commentary is only outmatched by the quality of individual he is. Go fast. Not too fast, though, please. I'm still eating.
Okay, okay. Here's the thing. Here's what I'd like to say. First of all, I'd like to say thank you, Palmer. I'd also like to point out that Palmer's a well-respected member of this community. So if you actually heard what he had to say about he's a character witness right now, I feel like.
Okay, but why isn't he here on the couch then? Why did you ask us? Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Palmer, are you here?
No, he just
Palmer, if you're here.
he just said he was eating.
Oh.
My God, let
Wow.
the man eat in
He
peace.
tries to help you, and now you just pester him.
Wow.
Oh, I just lost Everett. What just happened? Oh, because I was looking for Palmer to back me up. That's right.
Oh, now you're blaming Palmer for this. Gosh.
Oh, mark it.
Yeah. Oh, this is the best run ever. I have such a good time, Gramora. How about you?
This is great. I'm enjoying every
Oh,
minute
I
of
dropped
this.
the pen. Pen down. Pen
I am-
down. We
I
found
am-
it. Good. Mark it. Yeah, mark it.
I am overflowing with regret.
My job here is done.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right, so we have to come to this little corner of the mall. We're going to go back down, hitch a ride on the monorail express one more time, and then we can clean up the rest of the upstairs here. We already fought the mob that normally patrols this area, so we don't have to worry about that, which is good.
That's nice.
Yes.
And that was voluntary, right?
No, that was the one that was waiting for me right at the top of the stairs. But I do have to fight it anyway, because normally it's in these narrow corridors and
See, it's not a problem.
oh yeah, I mean I had to do it eventually, so that part of it isn't a big deal.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
was a speech strat.
Yeah. So switching the target there, because that other enemy only had 1 HP, allows me to clean it up with the pumpkin guts. Usually when I run this game, I refer to enemies being in what I like to call guts range, meaning that they have so little HP that I know that the pumpkin guts will take them out, and I can focus an actual full attack on another enemy that has more HP to soften them up even more. All right, that's not going to kill, so I'll just go ahead and do this.
Note to self, don't be in guts range.
No. Alrighty. Here we go. Now that we've leveled up a couple times, these supers, especially this meteor attack, start to do a bunch of damage. So they become very useful, especially in the next section of the game here. All right. So what we've got to do here is, and I can't even see it. Let's see. It's right there. Okay. I got to smack this, fall down, and then we fall onto this treasure chest. Now, we can't walk too far down, because if we do, we walk out of the pumpkin. We'd have to go all the way back up and fall down again, which is not fun.
And you don't want to drop the glitter. You'll never get it.
No, the glitter is very important, and you'll see why in just a minute. But first, we got to do some shopping.
Yeah.
We're going to buy that and that and that, and all we're going to do is just equip that on Everett, which is the jawbone of the wolf, which is a stronger attack bonus than the stamp that he had on before. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come back to this scarecrow again that we saw before. He's going to give us another costume piece. He's deliberately very mysterious, too, which is fun. Now, we're going to come over here. We're going to talk to this guy. He is he's kind of like a barker for a costume contest that they're having there in the mall, and we will participate in this. But first, we're going to do our last 2 trick-or-treats here. 1 candy and 1 battle. And then we are going to... And then we are going to figure out how we can win this costume contest.
I kind of don't want to know what these kids are planning at this point.
They're going to cheat.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, added to the list of crimes committed.
Jeez. Just when I thought they were maybe reforming themselves. Gosh.
How can you defend this?
Actually, to be fair, I don't think he defended it. He just stated it. He may yet defend it, though. I'm waiting.
They're cute. Like,
Okay, you know, fair.
don't need to do a super here because a regular attack is certainly going to be enough.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk to these. Okay. So that was a cutscene of the gate opening. We're going to talk to these people here in the orange coats. Oh, also, don't mind the piñata that's oh god on the screen right there. Okay.
There was a piñata on the screen.
You saw it? You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oops, where is it? It's...
Now we've lost the piñata.
No, where did it go? Hold on.
Did the kids steal it? I mean, they're
Yeah.
stealing
No.
everything else.
Yeah, I just saw the
Where did I
scarecrow.
come from? Hold on. Where did I just come from? I was... Right over here, yeah. And then...
Are you
Where did
just
it... Oh, no,
making
no,
up
no, 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 no,
piñatas?
I'm not. Okay, yeah, I did make it up. No,
Okay, good, good, glad.
it was on there. I'm gonna watch the VOD, and you're gonna feel silly.
No, I'm really not.
All right. So what those judges is, they told us what they're looking for in costumes. Now that we have all of them, all we're gonna do is we're gonna switch Everett to the Statue of Liberty, and we're gonna go ahead and engage in this contest here. And they're gonna be, oh wow, this is super awesome. And with it, wait a minute. No. Oh, you know what? No, I didn't talk to all of them. You have to talk to all of the judges. It is required to cheat to win. I don't think I talked to him. Did I talk to her?
It's required to cheat to win?
It's required to cheat to win.
This is a wholesome
Oh,
game.
no. I know what's going on. And then you have to be the knight. That's the problem. Okay, that's what was my problem.
I'm
Okay.
glad they let you retry.
Yes. All right, so our prize now is the pattern for the unicorn costume.
Best.
That's what we've been assembling pieces for. We will use the unicorn costume later on, and it is very, very, in fact, it's crucial. It's arguably the most important costume for the end game.
As it should be.
So now here we're going to roll over here to where this mother lode is, and we've got another cutscene here that we're going to watch. And so you told you it was a mother lode.
Okay.
So these kids are like, yes, look at all this candy. We're going to take it back. But they are going to be interrupted by, hold on here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so what they're talking about here is that
What?
Lucy is, what?
They're dissecting the poor thing.
Oh, yeah, whatever. So here's Reynold,
Okay.
and Ren is like, yes, great. I am so happy that you're back. And yay, I won't be grounded now. Now, what we missed earlier was Ren was very frustrated with this whole situation. And she said some really, really not nice things about her brother. In fact, one of them that she said was something along the lines of, I wish he'd never been born. Something about that.
Very out of
Now-
character.
Now, what we see here, this is Mextel. He's the foreman of this area, and he's going to be the boss that we will fight here in just a minute. But before we do that, we've got, we've got to fight his 2 henchmen. All we have to do is hit the henchman on the right 5 times, and then that will start the battle with Mextel. So here comes this battle here. All right, and they make a reference to big bones. That's kind of an allusion to something that will be happening near the end of the game. Yes, telling you to stop them. So here they come.
Bonnie,
Yes,
can I have a candy dozer? Please?
you're going to see the Candy Dozer in action here.
Please.
Actually. All right. So now we're actually using the Statue of Liberty costume in battle. Now, the crit style for this costume is I have to just roll the left stick around in circles. And the faster you do it, you do have a limited amount of time though. So if I didn't do it fast enough, you can fail those crits as well.
Can we see it?
No,
Wow.
you're just going to have to take my word for it, Gramora.
I cannot.
I have a hard time trusting you after this experience.
Yeah.
Did you not hear what Palmer had to say about me? All right,
Palmer's
so here's
still not here?
Mextel. So Mextel has 2 phases. Okay, now you see here, Lucy is very nervous about getting kind of like the evil eye from Mextel. So this is where the Knight Super comes into play. It's called the Guardian Shield, and you're going to see you select a character, and it's going to put up this protective shield in front of them. Now, I got a free turn. Okay, this is something that can randomly happen during this battle, where Mextel just won't act when it's his turn. I don't know what causes it. When I was doing practice the other day, I got 3 in a row, which is really rare. Okay, this is his super, is to use his bulldozer to hit the enemy. Now, had I not had the shield up, that would have done a ton of damage, and it would have stunned that character for a turn. So, but the Guardian Shield makes it so it basically just does the damage of a regular attack. Ooh, okay, Lucy is getting a little low, so we're going to use Everett's super here, which is called Anthem. And what Anthem does is it uses the healing power of America!
Yeah. USA. USA.
I'm feeling very patriotic right now.
You're from Canada!
I can still be a patriotic
Okay.
Canadian.
All right, so that is it with Mextel's first phase. So now he just attacks by himself. Now, the only difference here is that oh shoot, I forgot he is angry. Oh, he's going to do a regular attack. Okay, thank you.
Because you broke his candy dozer. I'd
I'd be angry too.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, he was angry before the dozer, so I don't think he's going to use his super here. Or maybe I'll get a new. Okay, yeah. So here we go. All right. Oh, I got the. We've got rockets, so we use them. All right. Take you down here, and then use the super to protect Lucy. Battle's almost over. I might not have even needed to do this. Okay, that's the super that does damage to everyone. But there is a primary target for that super, and without the shield, it's basically instant death to that character. So the shield is very important there. It's only going to be 2 more hits to finish this off.
Can we appreciate how the Statue of Liberty's costume's crown is like always glowing?
Yes.
That's so great.
And the tablet that she's holding says October 31st.
Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that. That's so good.
All right, so there's Mexel done. All right, so now that Mexel has been defeated, the Candy Dozer was the only family I ever knew.
Oh, wow.
All right. So Dorsilla is coming in here. Mexel reported to Dorsilla as well. She is rather displeased that both Bojan and now Mexel have failed to stop, I mean, just a few grade school kids. And she is going to do some kind of underhanded tactics here. Remember I said before that Ren made the comment about not wanting her brother to be alive. Well, she did that right next to those speakers at the gate, and they were recording her.
Oh, no.
And so now what Dorsilla is going to do is she is going to play back. My brother spells, he's annoying, and his costume was embarrassing. In fact, I wish he had never been born. And so Ren says, that's totally inadmissible.
Truth.
But Reynold, who thought that he was having a breakthrough with his sister, realizes, you know what? No, you really don't like me. And so he's just like, you know what? I don't want to have anything to do with you. So he runs away, and Dorsilla's like, oh, no, you don't. I'm going to go ahead and take you. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and take all of you. And she's going to kidnap children, take them against their will.
I think she's giving them a timeout.
No, she's kidnapping
She's
children.
returning them back home because look what they've been doing.
No, she's not returning them home. You'll see what she does with them. Instead, what she does is she imprisons them
and gives them cool
in
costumes.
this ramble jail.
Timeout. Timeout is an okay thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Forget your timeout. We're just going to break out of here.
We'll see.
And then we're going to take this and we're going to go whee down the side of the hill here.
She brought them to a fair, and now they're wrecking the
This
place.
is not a
Wow.
fair.
There's
It's kind of a weird. Well, actually, there is a carnival here, so you.
Now you're lying to me.
Okay. All right. So
another
you
mark
see
of
these
the
kids have no costumes, but we're going to see this treasure chest here, which has all of their costumes in it. Now, these kind of bird-like creatures here, they're the minions of this area, and they're called crest whalers. And they are supposed to be guarding these costumes here so that the kids can't get to them. So, but we need to find a way to get them away from this treasure chest. And what we see here at the end is that both of these crest whalers are very hungry.
Fair.
Now, before we do anything about this, we're going to talk to this one down here. This is what's called a hidden kid. Each section of the game has kind of a mini game with the hidden kids, where if you find all 6 of them in the area, you get an upgrade to your candy pail. And what that will do is it increases the amount of damage that all of your characters do. Well, unfortunately, the effects of these pails don't stack, so we only get the one in the final section of the game because it's the strongest. Now, this guy that we're talking to here, he is from the city, and he wants to make it big on his own as a fry vendor. Unfortunately, he has no customers, so he's kind of struggling. So what he does is he gives these kids a French fry costume and wants them to go help him get some customers. Now, this costume outside of battle does this. It emits a very alluring scent.
It's so good.
Yes, and we are going to use this scent to lure these crest whalers into the barn and trap them.
Wow.
While they're hungry?
Yes.
Come on.
All right, come here.
I
Get out of there.
Fries too, though.
I really
Yeah.
want fries.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? If you like fries, you are going to have a very special kinship with a certain NPC that we're going to be talking to here in a second. All right, we got our costumes back. So you get the robot, you get the spaceman, you get the knight, and off we go.
for a second, I thought you were going to be like, you get the robot, and you get the robot.
Everybody gets a robot! Yeah. All right, we're going to break this down. There's a second hidden kid here. All right. This next section here, I'm going to do like 10 trick-or-treats in a row. So this would be a fantastic time for RPG Chick to pipe her lovely voice into my headphones.
Well, so we have a $10 donation from Palmer that says, don't worry, I saw the pinata too, Vonnie.
Thank you.
Palmer.
Did you bribe Palmer? What's going on?
However, we also have a $10 donation from Lucky Starscream that says, hey Vonnie, loving the run, but just one question. Aren't you failing to uphold the Geneva Convention by attacking medics?
Wow, these kids are worse than I thought.
Thank you for this amazing show. We also have a $10 donation from Margaret Ann, who is going to strive to distract Vonnie. Important moon fact. The moon in this game is a waning gibbous.
Yes, I'm here for these moon facts. Feel free to donate with more distracting moon facts, friends.
Yes, please, let's.
Oh my goodness. The floor is still yours.
Oh, well, then let me remind all of you lovely folks out there that that RPG Limit Break 2023 is coming to you from Salt Lake City, Utah. We are raising money for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which was formed in 1979 as a grassroots advocacy organization by a group of parents whose children suffered with serious mental illnesses. And NAMI has maintained that focus to this day, and all of your amazing donations are definitely helping us out with that. Plus, I mean, if you want to distract Vonnie, this is a really good time to do it.
It's more donations.
Oh boy.
I would never distract Vonnie.
So, I can't believe I've gotten this far into the run before I mentioned this. So, I grew up in like the NES, Super Nintendo generation.
What are those?
So for me, I have a very particular kind of, I have my own kind of idea about where the X, Y, B, and A buttons are supposed to be.
Yep.
And of course, if you're familiar with an Xbox controller, you know that X and Y and B and A are flipped.
Yep.
So this is, I think, what leads to a lot of my failed crits and blocks and whatnot. Is I'm thinking they're Super Nintendo buttons as opposed to Xbox buttons.
And as much as I want to disagree with you, the Super Nintendo buttons are truly superior.
Oh, that's a hard fact.
That is the coldest
Hard
take I've
fact.
ever had.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Getting vicious.
I know, right? Don't worry, run's not over yet.
For spitting the truth? Why is that vicious?
I mean, there's a way to deliver it in a gentle and kind way, and then there was that.
Have you spoken to me
Netara?
ever?
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
We're so good.
Oh, we make a great pair.
And Vonnie's here too.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, look, I'm all about this commentary here.
Right?
So.
We couldn't do it without you, our lovely host.
Yes.
Mwah.
Also, can I just ask why there's so many like burning effigies around?
That's just how they do things in this village? Like, I don't know.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I don't
Totally
know.
safe.
Yeah.
Some tour guide.
Also, the moon is different again.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not looking at it.
Oh, but you're looking at the piñata that didn't exist?
It was next to the moon.
I would have seen it if it was there. You can see what I'm paying attention to.
Yes.
It's further away. What's happening?
The ghost came back.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a
That's
plus.
the most important part.
It is. Look at those ghosts. They're perfect. They've never done a thing wrong in their lives.
Can we hang out with the ghosts instead?
Unless, yeah, let's do that.
I'd actually be down with that right now.
He's like, are the ghosts quiet?
All right, we're almost done with this trick-or-treating section here. And then
Worse.
we will finally get around to helping our friend the fry vendor.
I was like, we're helping people?
Yes, because we're good kids.
Yes. Right. Got it.
Are you
Okay.
sure it's not just an evil fry vendor?
Yeah. So we're going to switch to the fry costume, and we're going to bring this kid over here. But before we do, we got to talk to Sadie real quick and buy one particular stamp called the Rotten Egg, which we will use in the second to last battle of the game, and it is very important.
That costume's majestic.
So here we go. We're going to bring this kid on over here. He's like, "Oh, that's where the fry stand is." All right. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to see my favorite NPC in the game. This is the princess. The princess is a huge fan of French fries. She's like, "Woohoo! Let's go get some French fries."
Same.
And then when we get here, she declares that I'm going to eat French fries till I puke.
Same.
We all have positive goals to aspire to. And that
I
is
mean-
one.
Yeah. Now the third one that we need to get here is this girl. Oh, jeez. Is this girl dressed as the devil? Now, the devil girl, she likes French fries just as much as the princess, but she's much more subdued about it. And so you see when we get back, she's just like, "Oh, rad, French fries."
They are pretty rad.
So the fry vendor's like, "Oh, yes, I finally have customers. Now I can prove to my mom that I can actually make it on my own. Here's some tickets to the carnival." And now we can get into the next section of the game. And what's coming up next here is my favorite character in the entire game. Hidden kid there that we pick up. "Hey, look, we got our tickets. You gonna let us in?" Oh, yeah, that's right. We get a pattern here for a costume that's really important. All right, now this here is Dorian. Dorian is a mystic. Dorian is a queer icon, and Dorian is also the brother of the evil Dorsilla. And he also reveals here that the scarecrow that we've been seeing throughout the game, the cat that helped us out in the beginning, that was Dorian.
We like Dorian.
He was taking the form of those things to help the kids. And the kids are like, "Well, wait a minute. If Dorsilla's your sister, why are you trying to help us?" And he's like, "Because I know Dorsilla is evil and twisted and she's awful, but I can't confront her myself because I'm absolutely terrified of her and I don't have the guts to confront her myself."
As he should
So instead, he's helping the kids because he sees the good in them. He sees the potential that they have. And he knows that they can be the ones to stop the actual evil that's going on here.
He's lazy
yeah.
and the kids are his henchmen. Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you phrase it like that, yes.
I mean, he's hiring kids to do this work.
Yeah.
Aren't there,
Come on
like,
now.
laws about that?
If First the Geneva Convention. Oh, wow, this is wild. I'm going on a trip I did not expect today.
RPG Chick, I'll give you a minute or two if you'd like to have it.
I'm just taken aback by the regret in your eyes right now.
Is it that obvious?
But we do have another $15 donation from Konban Meow, who
Yes.
says, "Thank you to Netara and Gramora for bringing attention to the terrible plight of child theft against our hardworking comrade.
Right?
Remember, you can sponsor a Grebin for less than 5 pieces of candy a day."
See, now we're getting your community in on it.
I
You
know,
have,
yeah.
You've got good people in here.
My next stream, once I get home, is going to be really awkward.
If I still have some time, just to let you all know, we do have Parasite Eve coming up next, and we do still have a naming bit work going on to name the main character, Aya, for that run. And since we are starting to get closer to the end of this run, you might want to get those bids in sooner rather than later.
I hear Grubbin is a really good name.
It should be.
Hey, what's can you give us an update on the names for that bid war?
I sure can. It is going to be Trex, T-R-E-X, in the lead with $50. Catalina in second place with $25. Ayaya in third place with $15. And Eva in the last place for now with $10.
Okay, now I would like to point out that the second name that RPG Dick mentioned, which was Catalina, for those
That
of you
important?
that know my community, you know that is the name of my dog. That is my runner's choice, and I'm going to make this plea to all of you here. Y'all have been really, really terrible to me for the last, hour
Wow.
Kind,
So-
really
Wow.
nice to you.
or so. What I would ask is that if you're going to make these donations where you want to distract me or try to pester me about like child labor laws or whatever you're going to do, Can you please put it toward naming Aya Catalina? I would really appreciate
I
it.
will say that Catalina is the perfect, most precious puppy ever. And if you've ever been at Bonnie's stream, you can get Puppy Cam, where you can see this perfect puppy.
Facts.
Okay,
It's true.
that's the coldest take you've ever had.
Wow. I take it all back.
No, about Catalina being so wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, because she's perfect.
She is. She is the goodest girl on all
She
of
is.
Twitch.
It's true.
Too bad we only get one puppy cam per stream.
Yes.
You know, I think that's a good time to distract Vonnie with moon facts. So we have $10 from Lady Ariana that says moon facts. 1, the moon is made of cheese.
Fair. Yeah.
2, the moon in the best Sega Master System game, Alf, is not made of cheese. I
Okay.
think.
Conflicting, but we'll accept it.
3, cheese is made of cheese.
Also dubious.
Okay. And then 4, American cheese is not made of cheese.
That is a fact.
These moon facts were brought to you by the dairy farmers of America.
I love it.
Oh boy.
So, Vonnie, I keep meaning to make mention of this, but I totally remember this part of the movie.
Yes. only games that are true to their source material.
About the moon being cheese?
All right, so one more trick or treat here, and then all of you ninja fans get ready.
Yeah.
Okay?
What happens if we're pirate fans?
Yeah. Oh, so I need to explain what's going on here.
Okay.
At the top of the screen here in the north part of this area here, there is a Ferris wheel, and it is stopped. It's stuck. And at the top of the Ferris wheel, there are some kids that are being held captive by grubbins and crest whalers and all that stuff. And so these kids here want to rescue them because they know that holding kids against their will is bad.
Unless
and
it's timeout.
So their moral compass is strong. This is something we've established.
Okay, fair.
So,
Did we?
but because the Ferris wheel is broken, they can't just like ride it up there. Well, it just so happens that in the middle of this town, there's a gentleman. His name is Orzo, and he is a human cannonball, and so
Okay.
he has a cannon that he would shoot himself out of.
Fair.
Well, what we would like to do is shoot ourselves out of it. But he doesn't want us to do that. So we're like, well, you know what? We're going to force the situation here. We're going to switch to the ninja. We're going to sneak past him, and then we're going to, here we go. I want to, the most amazing stunt ever. Sweet, he didn't see us. This is funny. Let me see here. What does he say? Yeah, so Orzo thinks that he is going to get into the cannon. He's got it all prepped, and he's going to show them. But instead, Lucy is just like, you know what? Let me just coordinate this a little bit, configure it. Yes, got it. Thank you, algebra.
Now
you
we
see,
know why
there
we
are the
need
kids up
algebra.
there. Yeah, you see, and here we go. Boom! Through this cannon, up to the top of the Ferris wheel, and we get into a bout.
Did that kid say she knows algebra? That
Yes.
is such a mood.
No, there was the grubbin who was like, watch out, she knows algebra.
That's so kids, work hard on your algebra so you can fire cannons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was told there would be no math in this round.
Whoa. Were we told that? Wow.
Yeah, we've been told facts about a lot of other things. We didn't cover math.
Well, now's your time.
Well,
There's always time for math facts.
I mean, I could do that, or I could try to distract Vonnie with another moon fact.
Yeah.
okay.
So we have a $5 donation from Andromeda252. Fun moon fact. Every second you're not running, it's only getting closer.
Oh, God. Everyone run! I can't see it, so it has to be the truth.
Oh, my Lord.
There's that regret again.
I know, yeah. It's
I'm not sure
it's
it's gone
really
away.
washing over me.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
doing my job.
So here we go. Oh, this is funny at the end. It says here, thank you for saving us. I already feel less vomity. Alrighty. So, oh, this is funny too. So they're trying to figure out how to get down. And so how are they going to get down? Well, you're going to see, oh, yeah, okay, so here you go. So you see this crest whaler open this portal here to the next section here, which we will go through. But the kids are like, yeah, let's go ahead and get down. So how should we do this? Well, they are going to just appear on the ground and be like, yeah, we did it. I'm glad we figured out a clever way how to get down for this Ferris wheel that was both plausible and practical. Okay, fine. I'm willing to suspend my disbelief just this once.
Okay, amazing. Only good thing these kids have done.
All right, 2 more trick-or-treats left in the game, and then we get to the end game content.
They're running out of candy to steal.
Oh, boy.
He's turning me down in his headset right now.
All right. So once this battle is over, we are going to use the Space Warrior's ability to get through that little dark section that you saw that Crest Whaler create there, and that's going to get us over to the last section of the game. So just a couple more supers, and we should be good here.
Does anyone else appreciate that the robot looks like at the camera at us and then shoots those missiles?
Yes. I like the framing. Like, if you notice the framing and all that stuff, it makes it feel very much like it's from a comic book or something like that. All right, there's a cutscene there to open the gate. There's the Space Warrior. We're going to cut through here.
Meat cones.
Here we go.
Can I have a meat
Hidden
cone?
Kid number 5 is right there. We can switch back to here to get into this cave. We have to pick up another very important costume part. This is some black cloth.
Ooh, spooky.
Yes, very spooky. All right, there's going to be a mob here that we can easily walk around, but we won't. We're intentionally going to get into this battle. And the reason why is this is going to give us just enough experience so that we will level up right before we get to the final boss.
So is this the final fight before the final boss?
No.
Oh.
No, it is not.
Okay, fair enough.
No, we still got just one more, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Does that also involve harassing the native wildlife?
it does not.
Why are we even fighting it then?
For a crow?
It's not a crow. It's a crest whaler.
There's a big difference.
There is.
Oh, okay.
Gramora, and I like to quibble about birds.
My name is Bonnie, and I'm always harassing the wildlife.
Alrighty. Hot rocks, and then we're done here.
I'm sorry. I'm actually on Vonnie's side on this one. Birds are jerks.
Yes, they are. All right. So here we go. So we see the scarecrow here, and it's like, ooh, I'm the spooky scarecrow. We're like, Dorian, we know it's you. So what he's been giving us is he's been giving us pieces to the pumpkin costume. This is actually really important. He's also giving us a speaker. And that's going to be really important coming out. By the way, that kid in the banana costume standing right out in the middle there.
Was not hidden.
That was Hidden Kid number 6.
That kid was not hidden
No, he
at
wasn't.
all.
Now, we're going to pick up the last piece of this costume here, and we are going to get the vampire costume, which is also going to be very important for the end game. But before we get there, we need to go through the maze. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to this Grubbin, and he's like, hey, can you help us? And we're like, why would we do that? And he's like, because Dorsilla sucks, and she's been really, really mean to us, so if you could liberate us, we would appreciate it. And so that's what we're going to do, because you know what? These kids are very understanding.
They've been beating them up all game.
I know, but they didn't realize how awful Dorsilla was to them. And so the empathy, you know, kind of overwhelms them, and now they're helping out these Grubbins. So what we're doing here is we're actually assembling pieces of a Grubbin costume. And, yes, okay. This is dark. And so we're going to use this to sneak past a guard so that we can get to the final section of the game here. So one last maze to do here. We're going to sneak around this way.
You're less sneaking and more running.
We're going to go under those pumpkins. Break this. Talk to them. Now we have the Grubbin costume. It's actually really cute. And everyone's like, ah, monster! And you're like, dude, chill, it's just me.
I literally have not moved, bud.
I would talk to this crest whaler, and he's like, oh, okay, why's your voice funny? We're like, yeah, whatever. And they're like, okay, let us go. Now, we have to switch out of the costume right here. If we do it too early, then the crest whaler will see us, and we get into a battle, and we don't want. And that's a battle that we have to fight if we don't sneak past it. All right. So this is actually a mandatory cutscene here, no matter what, where the kids are like, yes, we made it. But unfortunately, there's an obstacle here, and it is Mextel, who is coming back very slowly, very, very slowly. He's like, give me a second. I'm gonna get there, and the kids are like, all right, you want us to come over there? Like, can we speed this up? He's like, no. Stay there and await your... Okay. Here we go. Doom!
Doom!
All right, now, this is the second fight with Mixel. It is infinitely easier than the first one. He only has one. He only has one phase. He doesn't really do any dangerous attacks at all. This battle will probably be over in 3 rounds. So.
You already wrecked his candy dozer. Now you're back again?
Poor guy's probably still hurt.
You know, I can try to distract Bonnie with some more moon facts.
You can go ahead.
Okay, cool.
This battle's kind of uneventful.
So we have another $10 from Lady Ariana that says, moon, I mean math facts.
Oh boy.
1, the moon is round like a circle. 2, a circle's area uses pi in the formula. 3, pie can be made out of cheese. Therefore, 4, the moon is cheesecake.
This is solid.
Yes.
This cannot be disputed.
Okay, that level up there was what I was looking for. I'm now at level 8. Now, there's a couple bosses that are coming up here, and they're the ramps. Let's see if I can get these on the first try.
Ramp bosses, worst bosses.
Okay, Yeah, I got them both on the first try. Woo! You can clap for that. All right, so, okay.
Okay, let's do it. Let's clap for that. That was awesome, everyone. Stairs are the worst. And ramps.
Now it's time to prepare for the final battle. So Ren is going to wear the pumpkin costume. Everett is going to wear the unicorn costume. And Lucy is going to wear the vampire costume. We're going to only switch one stamp here, and that's to give Lucy the rotten egg. And I will explain what the rotten egg does when it is necessary for us to use it. So here is Dorsilla, and she's standing at this portal to a world called Repugia, where she wants to rule that world, and this candy that she's collecting is supposed to help her along the way. But now we've got her cornered. We've destroyed all of her minions. There's nowhere for her to go. But this is her leverage here. She still has Reynold. And what she has convinced Reynold is that she appreciates him more than his sister does. And so he's going to go with Dorsilla to her world. And Ren is like, if you do that, I will be grounded for life, and I simply cannot allow this to happen. So Ren is willing to fight. And so now Dorsilla is trying to convince all of the kids, yes, you can come on over and it'll be super fun. And Everett's like, hey, that actually kind of sounds cool.
I mean, fair.
Yeah. And so what she's saying is that you're going to be fed to big bones instead. Now we're going to see this big bones coming up here in just a minute. But Ren has snapped. She has had enough, and it is time to fight. And now we will fight Dorsilla. So much for treat. And here comes the second to last battle of the game. So Dorsilla can do a few things, but let's talk about what we can do. Pumpkin costume, crit style is just like the Statue of Liberty. Unicorn costume, crit style is just like the Knight. Now, the crit style for the vampires, we have to press a button repeatedly. Let's see what Dorsilla does here. She is going to... Okay, she's going to ensnare one of our characters in a cage. If we do this, we want it... If she does this, we want it to be Lucy. I just attacked Dorsilla. That was not what I meant to do. Okay, I know. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can get rid of this here.
Did that just say there was a bat in there? Harry?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Now, this here where she is, where she's doing this kind of charge up thing here. This is actually really nice. We like to see this because what it means is that next turn, she's not going to do anything. Which is great because we don't want to suffer damage. But this is where that rotten egg is going to come into play. But first we're going to see the pumpkin super, which is called All Hallows Eve, and it's a direct attack that does a bunch of damage.
That's nice.
Everett's attack is not Everett's super is not an actual attack. We're going to use this rotten egg on her, and what this normally does is stuns enemies, but in the case here where she's charging up, it interrupts her concentration, and she doesn't ultimately do her special attack, which if she did, it is devastating. So we definitely want to avoid that. So Dorsilla's actually being kind of nice so far, and I know I say that, and then she's going to attack again. This is
I
great.
was going to say, why would you say that? Also, that unicorn is majestic.
Oh, the unicorn is fantastic.
Why weren't we using the unicorn all the time?
You're going to see what the unicorn does later, and it is awesome.
So why weren't we using them previously?
Because we didn't really need to. Again, because their special is not an attack, it wouldn't help us to.
Got it.
Doesn't really help us with battles.
Sad.
I know. Okay, this is what we don't want to see Dorsilla do, which is create these decoys. We're going to want to get rid of one of them. Fortunately, her decoys suffer a bunch of damage. Like, oh, okay, that's the real one. So let's attack this one in the middle here. Like, I did like 900 damage to it.
Holy heck.
Yeah, so hopefully I can get rid of it here. No, of course not.
That would be too easy.
I know. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna get to see what the unicorn. Oh shoot! My controller got disconnected.
Oh.
That's a failure.
Okay. So we're going to see what's called my pretty panacea. This is the unicorn special, and everybody, happy Pride.
So good.
Yes. What it does is it revives and fully heals a character.
That's really good.
Yes. This is why the unicorn is so crucial for the end game. Oh, shoot. Oh, good. She's charging. That's fine. I do need to get rid of that decoy. And I think I know just how to do it. Oh, okay. All Hallows Eve on you. Okay. We'll just do a normal attack here. Now we're going to get to see the vampire special, which is called There's a Bat in My Hair.
Oh, that.
What this does is it attacks all the enemies and heals the entire party.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's very useful.
Bats are great.
Yeah. Okay. So now on this turn, I'm going to have to use that rotten egg here to interrupt Dorsilla so that she doesn't wreck our faces.
We like
But
our
Dorsilla's
faces.
almost done, so this is good. Okay. Should just be like 3 more attacks.
I love how we're just letting the decoy chill. It's just like, you're fine, don't worry about it.
It's your first day on
Okay,
the
Ren's
job.
dead.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Bye, Ren.
And there we go. All right.
Don't be a jerk to your
There's
sibling.
Dorsilla dead.
Bye.
Okay. Now,
Those children just killed her.
no, they
Wow.
defeated her.
You said dead.
You
no.
said dead. Are you lying to us?
No, I'm not. All right. So, so what's coming up next is the final battle. So I need to do a little rearranging of my stamps here, and I'll explain what the stamps do when we get into the battle. All right. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get into this final cutscene here. All right. So she is very embarrassed that she has been defeated by these children. She thinks she's a very powerful sorceress and whatnot, but she realizes, okay, I can't defeat them. It's time to call for backup. And the backup that she calls for is the cadaverous Big Bones. Now, Big Bones is this enormous Grim Reaper that would normally come out, but unfortunately, the hole that Dorsilla opened up for him is too small, and he doesn't fit through it. So
That's
we're just going to
rude.
fight his torso. Alrighty.
He
And
needs his torso.
You see he's got the
Candy.
peppermint discs for
Yeah.
eyes. Now look, he's gonna lie. She's gonna lie to Big Bones and say these kids stole all your candy in an attempt to get him to turn his ire to them. But that speaker that Dorian gave us is now going to be activated, and what it's going to reveal is this. Here we go. Dorian, it's me, Dorsilla. Listen, you don't have to worry about me. I'm only hanging out with these idiot monsters long enough to trick them into taking me to Repugia. Once I'm in, I can easily use my powers to get rid of Big Bones, that big tub of goo.
Rude.
Then I will be the ruler of Repugia, and not Big Bones, that fat loser. Right?
Rude.
So this is obviously very awkward. And you see here, she says, what does she say? That's inadmissible. So obviously Big Bones is very displeased about this. The arrangement that they had is now off. Big Bones is now going to banish Dorsilla banish her into exile for her deception. And you see her walking away. She's skulking, but she's going to get one last laugh here, if you will. So what she's going to do is as she walks away, she's going to turn around, she's going to snap her fingers, and she's going to bathe the children in some magical light. Now, what exactly this does, I don't know. I guess it gives us the courage to fight Big Bones, but anyway. We're going to, in fact, let's go ahead and do that here. Now, Big Bones is very dangerous. It is entirely possible that I fail this fight, because the second phase of Big Bones is very, very dangerous. So, if I don't do this on the first try, that's honestly probably about a 50-50 chance that I am successful in this battle. Okay, let's talk about the battle stamps that I put on them. The ones that I have on Ren and Everett they essentially are like regen effects. So at the end of every round, they will regenerate a little bit of HP, which is going to be really important because we're going to need as much as we can get, because Big Bones is going to do a bunch of damage to all of us. The fact that he's attacking Ren is actually good because the regen stamp that she has is the stronger one, so she recovers more HP.
Big Bones looks like he'd be good at cuddling.
Yes.
Bet he gives really good hugs.
Okay, I haven't seen any unblockables yet. The unblockables are, you don't even get an opportunity to block them, and they do a bunch of damage, but the good thing is they only do damage to a single target. So that can be useful. The one target that we do not want to see, or the one character that we do not want to see him target is Everett, and that's not what happened there, so that's good. If Lucy dies here, she's the least critical character. And of course, as you saw before, we can revive her, and we will, but we'll just do it, we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, still no unblockables.
You sound sad about that.
I'm not. I really am not.
I mean, we can phone up old Big Bones and be like, hey, yo.
Yeah.
Bonnie would like some unblockables, please.
I'm going to go ahead and use Lucy's heal here, and hopefully that will give her the heal back by the time that we are actually going to really need it. Okay. All right, it's starting to get down to crunch time here. The moment Big Bones drops below 1,200 HP, he will shift into his second phase, and then things get real fast.
Really?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Okay, there was the unblockable. Okay, that one hit Ren. Okay, this I think is going to work out perfectly. I want to end this round with Big Bones having just over 1,200 HP. And it looks like that's going to be the case. Okay, 1,293 is fine. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now he's going to switch into his second phase, and now things get very dangerous. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the heal here because we have two characters that are critical. We can't, obviously we can only revive one at a time, so we're going to see if we can keep him upright. Okay.
Ow.
Yeah. Okay. There's that. That does a bunch of damage. Lucy will likely die here. And if she does, we will deal with it. But let's see what happens. Nope, we're reviving Ren. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. This is not good. Oh, no. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm probably going to get very close to killing him, and then will not be successful. Please target Everett and don't... Oh, somebody's dying. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, come on, Everett. Come on, Everett. You got this. Oh. Do you got this? Come on.
Everett.
You got to do 99 damage. You've got to do 99 damage. Oh!
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's a failure.
Mark it.
Don't worry, I got you, bud.
All right, so Big Bones again.
You could tell Netara was just waiting for that.
Oh, the pen was ready.
Silently rooting for Big Bones right next to me.
I mind who wouldn't. Look at him. He's fabulous.
Alrighty. So again, like the fact that I was not successful in that battle was honestly to be somewhat expected.
I would like to point out, if you would have been good children and stayed in timeout, you wouldn't be in this situation right now.
Gramora's right.
Oh boy.
And you know how much I hate admitting that.
Alrighty, here we go. Super. This is going to do like 10% of his HP. It's a very, very strong attack.
It's really strong.
Yes.
It's as strong as the unicorn is majestic.
Yes, indeed. Okay, good.
This music's kind of a bop, too.
Yes. It's kind of that suspenseful, dramatic music. I kind of dig it. Okay, yeah, we cannot lose Everett, so we're going to do a heal here. Oh, I almost mashed a regular attack. I'm glad I caught that.
That would have been sad.
Yes, totally sad. Do not rack up another fail on the board.
Yeah, well, that is true.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
And Palmer would have more time to eat.
Yeah. That market.
Yeah. This is the best day of my life.
I do enjoy the disdain every time you point that out.
Let me state for the record that I am calling it out. I am holding myself accountable. So for those of you who wanted to disparage my character, I do want you to keep that in mind.
You know
I
what?
feel this is selective accountability. Like, you're using it on the noticeable spots, all the other little things, like the theft and the robbery.
Well, that's why I'm adding the extras. I'm keeping him accountable.
Thank you.
Yeah, no
It's
problem.
important.
Okay, this hopefully, okay. This is good in that the round will end with Big Bones being just over 1200 HP, but it's bad because I have to burn my heal on this side of the phase shift. Fortunately, we're all at pretty much full HP here, so that helps. And I'm going to have Ren's super next turn. And I also have Everett's special on deck, so that is obviously helpful as well. Okay, what are you going to do? Okay, that's fine. We're just going to do some attacks here.
Okay, good. Ooh,
I'm pretty sure Lucy has a heal, so I'm going to be in good shape here, actually.
okay, good. Also, I'd like to update everyone on the moon situation. It has once again got further away. Oh, wait, it's bigger again. Cool.
Okay, that is bad, but the good thing is I only need to do 2 more hits here, and this battle is over. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 1 more hit.
Lied again.
Time will be when the cutscene fades to black here. Big Bones, much in anguish, falling down back from whence he came. And time. So here's, we got to talk about the ending here, especially because we're doing Cutescene %. Dorian takes the bus that has all the candy, and the kids are giving it back to all of the kids that had it stolen from them by the evil monsters.
No, that they stole in
Grand
the first
Theft
place.
Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Grand Theft Auto.
can we get another shout out to Dorian
Yes.
and just how fabulous he is?
Agreed.
The turban, the facial hair, he's just absolutely awesome.
I want to
All right.
note, giving back the candy is motivation because Ren just doesn't want to get grounded again.
Back to Ren and Reynolds' house, you'll see Mom is thoroughly delighted because she did what she wanted her kids to do, which was to make some friends out on Halloween. So you see all four of them sitting here, and they're arranged with their candy. Mom has talked to Lucy and Everett's parents. It's cool if they stay over, and yeah, Mom is feeling very self-satisfied right now. And then this is one of my favorite parts of the game, where I identify with the dad here, who reaches in, grabs candy. Why? Dad tax.
Dad tax.
That is very much me. Very, very much me. So, and then there's one more really cute thing here that happens at the end. But yeah, like I said, parents are very happy. Obviously, kids are happy. They've saved the day. They've got loads of candy here. You know, what could be better? And so, yeah, so now they're going to go into the process of, you know, like they draft candy. Like, oh, I pick this, and then they're going to try to trade, you know, things like that. But
Black
once
licorice.
I know. But once we get outside of the house is what is my favorite part of this ending cutscene here. You see the black cat there in the gutter? That's Dorian, who has come back in cat form, and he's watching over the children that helped him defeat his sister. And so he's just going to be a good guy and help them out. And he's a cat. He's really cute. Like, come on.
Why doesn't Dorian get any candy?
Because Dorian isn't in it for the candy. Dorian's in it for the good of humankind.
Why aren't the kids sharing anyways?
kids-
Because it's a nice thing to do.
They don't know the cat's on the roof, and it's a cat.
Don't
Okay.
feed your cats candy.
Very, very cool thing here. During the credits here, you're going to see what's coming up on the left-hand side. All the developers of the game, the Halloween costumes that they wore when they were kids. I just think that's a really nice touch there. So, yeah.
The robot.
I know the robot. That's obviously the inspiration for the robot costume in this game. So, anyway, time for some shout-outs. First of all, big shout-out to RPG Limit Break for giving me the opportunity to show off this really, really fun game and speed run. As you can tell, despite them, I really, really enjoy running this game. It's very fun.
Because of us?
No,
maybe?
not at
Yeah,
all.
okay,
Not
cool.
not in the
Whatever.
slightest. I do want to give a shout out to the wonderful tech staff there that makes this happen. Y'all do some tireless work. Thank you very much for everything that you do there. I want to shout out the Costume Quest community. They are very, very helpful. They're very, very passionate about this game. Harsh, Bob Loves Cheese. The list goes on and on. You all are fantastic, and I appreciate you. I know, yeah, even the dogs
It's a Moogle
get in on
dog.
the action. And I suppose I'm going to begrudgingly thank you. And thank you.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
No, but truly, I mean, I knew that what was going to make this so entertaining was you just torching me the entire way, and neither of you disappointed. So I want to give you two a hand. You did a fantastic job.
You do know that you're going on timeout after this,
Yeah,
right?
probably.
Yeah, I
So-
would like to note he specifically instructed us to troll him.
Yes, I did. And
This is
but
on
you know
him.
what? Because I did it, and I heard a lot of laughing back here. I feel like y'all enjoyed it. I mean, you can accuse
We
me.
added one extra mark.
Oh, there we go.
We added a heart.
There we go.
That counts for 5.
Listen.
Yeah, it counts for 5.
Yeah. You can accuse me of many things, but one thing that you cannot accuse me of is not being a man of the people.
It's
So,
true.
Yeah.
It's true. We may give
So.
him a hard time, but
Alrighty.
seriously, check out Bonnie's community. Amazing.
Yes. If you did enjoy what I was doing here, this game, myself, or a combination of those things, please do give me a follow on my channel. I speedrun RPGs pretty much all the time. Would love to see you there. Would love to have your support. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you all very much for everything you do. Thank you, everyone in the audience. Y'all were fantastic. I loved all your energy and your laughter there. Again, my name is Bonnie Vaughn. Thank you so much for having me. You'll be seeing me around very soon. And until you do, take care, everyone.
That run was a heck of a lot of fun. Thank you again, Vani, Netara, and Gramora, for that amazingly fun time. So I do just want to read some more last donations we had for that run. We had $10 from Capt O'Malley. Says, Moon fact: according to the documentary film Moonfall, the moon is actually a hollow alien construct that houses nanomachines or something. We have a $50 donation from Kaboink. It says, sure, I'll toss $50 for Catalina, and only because there's not an incentive to fund all the poor victims of these kids' harassment. We also have $25 from Rob Draven that says, Moon fact, TM. Most people believe that the moon is made entirely of cheese. They are incorrect. The moon is only mostly cheese. The rest of it is a combination of butter, flour, eggs, and sugar. Secondary moon fact, TM, that's no moon, it's a space station. We also have a $21 donation from Couch23 with no comment, and a $25 and a $26 donation from Grumpy Tiger, also no comment. Thank you all for your amazing generosity during this run. I have been the RPG Chick, and I am going to be signing off for tonight, but I will be back later this week. We are going to run some ads. However, after we come back from the break, I will be replaced by the amazing Emily. So y'all stick around.
Hello, hello. My name is Amberly, and I will be your host for this upcoming run of Parasite Eve by RJsmangit. I just want to give a huge thank you to the always amazing The RPG Chick for hosting our last section of Costume Test. Right now we're setting up for a lovely interview, so right now I want to talk to you about the Yeti. RPG LB is proud to once again partner with the Yeti to bring you 6 awesome t-shirts that are now available, plus pins. Head over to theyeti.com/RPGLB, take a look at all the designs, pick the ones you want, and know that $5 from every t-shirt purchased will be donated to NAMI. Remember, Yeti is spelled Y-E-T-E-E. theyeti.com/RPGLB. And I've just been informed that we are ready to go on to our next interview. We will be having Vonnie Vaughn interviewing Vonnie Vaughn? Well, take it away, Gal.
Alrighty, hello everyone. My name is Vonnie Vaughn, and I am here to do a. Oh, RJ, what's up? What are you doing here?
I'm here for my interview.
Oh, because I'm here for my interview. So, okay. You ask me some questions?
Sure. How was your run?
It was great. I really had a lot of fun. You know, Netara and Gramora ribbing me the whole way. It was great. I know I'm obviously going to have to make a big donation here, but you know, the run went pretty well. Died on the final boss, and that wasn't so great. But other than that, I had a really fun time.
You know, I can't do this. This is super weird. I was supposed to be here for my interview.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Oh, hey, Cutie, you want to just go ahead and take over here?
Why, certainly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll let you do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Cutie Roo, and I am here with the Parasite Eve runner, RJsmangit. And I am wanting to know a few things about your run coming up.
Surely.
What inspired you to start learning the Parasite Eve speedrun?
So I had really gotten into running RPGs, and I wanted to find an RPG that I could do a 12-hour challenge with. Everybody was doing 12-hour challenges back in like 2020, you know, for reasons, lots of time. And I was in Palmer's stream, who's actually going to be one of my commentators, and he suggested that Parasite Eve was actually a really easy run to learn in 12 hours and do. So, you know, I decided to give it a shot, and the rest was history.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember those 12-hour challenges runs myself, and I definitely agree that they are a fun time and definitely worth trying. So I honestly would like to know more when doing a longer speed run, because Parasite Eve is 4+ hours. So when you are doing that, do you have any suggestions or tips on how to take care of yourself during your practice sessions?
Of course, yeah. You know, speedrunning something that long is never that easy. You know, you're sitting in one place for a long time. While you're learning and even while you're even doing some runs, I think it's good to take breaks. It's good to, you know, if you're not feeling like you're up to it, take a break and pause the run and maybe come back to it another day. Because at the end of the day, speedrunning is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be something you enjoy doing. And, you know, if you're hurting yourself trying to accomplish it, that's not helping you. It's not helping anybody who's watching you, anything like that. So taking breaks.
Yes, I definitely agree. Mental health is very important. Well, I actually do want to know what makes this speed run different from the others, from everything that we've seen at RPG Limit Break so far.
Well, we have a couple other Square Enix, whole couple runs. We're all familiar with turn-based combat and stuff like that. But what's interesting about Parasite Eve is, it's kind of like a hybrid ATB action, like pseudo action game. Like while you're waiting for your ATB to move, you can actually move around and dodge enemy attacks and stuff like that. So it's a little more experimental from the other things that we're putting out at the time.
Yeah, that definitely sounds interesting, and it's definitely worth checking out for sure. And on top of that, was there anything else about the combat that makes it unique for the speedrun?
Yeah, so you'll notice right away our main source of doing any damage in the game is what gun Aya has equipped, or whatever she will be named from the donation incentive. And we do a lot of gun upgrades with that, and that we don't really go out of our way. We kind of work with the items that are put in front of us as we go through the run, because the game is very linear. So yeah.
Well, on top of that, with the combat and the guns, you get what you need, and you got to do it, and you also have to upgrade as well.
Correct, yeah. So occasionally, you'll pick up other guns that we won't actually want to use, but a cool thing about Parasite Eve is you'll use tools to either extract aspects from the guns that you have. Like they have special skills sometimes, like rate of fire, or they might do like frost damage or something like that. So sometimes we'll take those skills and put them onto the gun we're using. So basically everything we pick up serves its purpose. We kind of like funnel it all into this one gun that we keep upgrading and then transferring to the next one we pick up throughout the whole run, which is, I think, kind of unique. You're kind of working with one facet of attacking and damage instead of like constantly rotating out equipment and everything like you might in other RPGs to like optimize your damage.
And yeah, well, honestly, that is very, very interesting, and it's very fascinating. Definitely worth watching and being able to be there for this next run. Before we get going, is there any fun facts to know about the Gamer Speedrun?
Well, like I said, it's PS1 Square Soft RPG, so it was sandwiched kind of right in between Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII coming out. So I think it'll be fun to notice if you got some good eyes, some of the references to Final Fantasy VII and even a little bit of Final Fantasy VIII and some aspects of that throughout the run, kind of like sprinkled in.
Ooh, so I guess it's time to do an I Spy game in this one. Well, I think that is all that we have for our interview, and we will love to take it back to the host. Amberly, whenever you're ready, take it away.
All right, thank you guys so much for that lovely interview. And just as RJsmangit mentioned in the interview, you guys do get to name Aya for this next run. And I've been actually looking at this, the bid incentives right now, and it looks like it's a really close race right now, with Catalina with $102 and Trex with $101. So if you want Trex to win, or if you want Catalina to get in the lead, or if you want your own name to jump up to the top, be sure to donate for that. And it looks like we are already getting some love here for Parasite Eve in our donations. We have $25 from Hotaru Hino. They say, wanted to donate to one of the best RPGs on the PS1, Parasite Eve. And we also, looks like we have a donation for our previous run from Accident. They donated $200. They say, great job, Vanny, on that Costume Quest run. We also have $26 from Zenitario. They say, I remember playing this game when it first came out, and I still have my copy of the PS1 game. And then $50 from Keon Lion. And then they say, good luck to all my Limit Break fam. Thank you very much for that. I just wanted to remind you all, this is RPG Limit Break 2023, and we are coming to you from Salt Lake City, Utah. We are raising money for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which formed in 1979 as a grassroots advocacy organization by a group of parents whose children suffered with serious mental illnesses, and NAMI has maintained that focus to this day. And it looks like people are still fighting over that Name Aya incentive. It looks like Catalina has jumped ahead now with $112, and Trek's still at 101. You guys want to get your name in for that, or make sure one of those win again? Be sure to get your donations in. And we have a $10 donation from Kanban Meow. Parasite Eve is an awesome run, and Catalina is the goodest girl on Twitch. Happy RPG Limit Break 2023, everyone. And oh yeah, trans rights. Also wanted to plug some of our awesome prizes for this event this year. Just wanted to remind y'all with a $100 cumulative donation, that means you can donate $10 now, $10 later, as much as you want. As long as by the end of the week you get $100 in, you'll be entered to win that red 3DS with a capture card installed, which is awesome, and then that 256 gigabyte model Steam Deck. So make sure you get your donations in, and remember, it doesn't have to be $100 all at once, just $100 throughout the week. And it looks like we have a few more prizes opening up, starting with this run now. For a $5 minimum donation, you can get a Chrono Cross music box. And then for $10 minimum donation, you'll be entered to win an Octopath Traveler 2 copy on the Switch, or a Pokemon Playdia Evolved Elite Trainer box. Again, this last two are a $10 donation. Also wanted to send a big thank you out to the people involved in our foreign language restreams. Our French restream can be found at twitch.tv/lefrenchrestream, and our Japanese restream at twitch.tv/Japanese_restream. If those streams can help you enjoy the marathon, go check them out and send them some love. And I'm sure you'll have seen all of our amazing promo banners, attendee badges, and emotes. And we are so grateful for LLK, a longtime contributor to GDQ marathons and the designer of all those aforementioned things. Check out her work at jazaboo.com. That's spelled JAZAABOO.com. So I want to let you guys know about the incentives for our next run coming up after this, where for Blue Dragon, you get to choose the controlled character. So be sure if you want to see a certain character there, get your donations in. The NAMI Helpline is a free US-based nationwide peer support service providing information, resource referrals, and support to people living with a mental health condition, their family members, and caregivers, mental health providers, and the public. The NAMI Helpline is available Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time via call, text, and live web chat. To reach the NAMI Helpline, you can call 1-800-950-6264 or visit nami.org/help to access all NAMI Helpline resources and contact information. In an effort to support the mission statement of NAMI, we would encourage our chat and donors to avoid using mental health prerogatives such as crazy, insane, nuts, mentals, or bonkers when describing situations that are extraordinary. We ask you to be mindful of the language you use, as many people do not even realize these are pejoratives. Instead, consider using words such as bananas, wild, extraordinary, superb, amazing, or ridiculous. We greatly appreciate your cooperation in this and hope that you can carry this forward in your everyday lives. And we have a $10 donation from Meeshers. Go RJ, we heart you, from Meeshers and Bear. I wanted to give another special thanks to another artist that worked on our overlays, Oro, who can be found on Twitter at OUROLEN. Thank you again so much for our overlays. They look amazing. It looks like for our Name Aya incentive, Catalina is slowly pulling forward. We currently have $122 for that and still at $101 for Trex. So make sure you guys get your donations in. And I've just been informed we are all ready for our next run of Parasite Eve with RJsmangit. Take it away, y'all.